Good evening, Vishal.
Very good evening, sir.
Welcome to SSB and this interview of ours. How are you feeling today?
I am feeling a bit nervous, but it is quite obvious for the interview.
Okay. I agree with you. Whenever you go for an interview, a little bit of nervousness is there. But you don't have to worry about it. We'll be asking you very simple and straightforward questions. All will be related to whatever you have given in return to us in your PIQ and nothing beyond that.
Okay.
Before we start anything, Vishal, tell me something about yourself, about your family, about your brothers and sisters, and about your grandparents in case they are living with you.
Okay. So I'll start with my graduation. I'll start with my education. I am born and brought up in Delhi, and I have completed my graduation from Delhi only. So the latest qualification I have is I have done my BCom. I have done graduation in BCom program from Delhi University. I've completed it in 2020, and before that I have done my class 12th from DTA Senior Secondary School, which is in Pusa Road, and I have done my class 10 from Dhyan Model School.
What are the percentage of marks in 10th and 12th?
In 10th class, I got 7 CGPA, but in class 12, I improved it and made it to 92%.
92%. So, why did you tell me CGPA in 10th and why in 12th as percentage?
Because when I was in class 10, the CBSE used a CGPA pattern only in class 10, but when I come to 12th class, it changed it to percentage.
Percentage. Okay, you can always multiply it by 9.2 and come to the
yes.
percentage. So, whenever you say, try to say it in the same percentage and percentage, otherwise that way. Okay, no problem.
So in percentage also, the class 10 marks is going to be 66.7 around.
I did that and don't worry about it. Okay, now tell me about your family. Who all are there in your family?
So my father name is Devan Singh Adhikari and he is a businessman. My mother is a housewife. Her name is Kavita Adhikari. We are 4 siblings. I have 2 elder sisters and 1 younger brother. One elder sister is married, and my brother-in-law name is Kuldeep Singh Almia. He is also in Air Force. And my sister is engineer, elder sister, and younger sister is a sports teacher.
Okay. Now tell me something. You said your father is a businessman.
Yes.
What business is he in?
He is builder.
He's a builder.
Yes.
So why haven't you joined him with your commerce background into his job? Why did you want to join armed forces? Why not his own business?
Because I feel I want to do something of my own. I want to serve to the country by working on the defense forces. As I already mentioned, my brother is law in Air Force also. So many of my family members are in defense also. So this is something which I have seen from the beginning of my childhood. So this is something I want to join. I want to prove myself.
So is it your brother-in-law or the other relatives because of whom you got motivated to join the armed forces?
Many of my uncles are also in, before my brother-in-law, many of my uncles are in army and navy also.
Okay, so because of them you think you got motivated to join the
Yes, and also I belong from Uttarakhand. So the Kumaon regiment is also very much popular. Okay. So in fact my maternal house is also in Ranikhet.
Okay, now tell me one thing. Do you know any award which was won by Kumaon which is the highest award won by them?
So there is not specific to Kumaon regiment, but I remember the recent 26 January parade in which Uttarakhand parade won the award.
Okay, the contingent of Uttarakhand won the award. Okay, Kumaon regiment won the award. Okay, agreed with you. Now, your sister, one of your sister is an engineer, the other sister is a sports teacher.
Yes.
And what do you do in your free time?
I personally, I have already working in a company which is known Class Plus. So most of my time weekdays goes to there only. In my free time, I prepare for the job. Like I have given the defense entrance examination, and now in free time I was preparing for the SSB interview.
Now you're preparing for the SSB interview. Very good. Now tell me frankly, in your family there are yourself, your mother, your 2 sisters. One is married, that means only your sister and your younger brother.
Yes.
You all are there. Among them, whom are you close to and why do you think you are close to that person?
I am close to my father.
Why?
Because of the struggle he has done in his initial phase. My grandfather was a farmer and so my dad has to build his by own himself. He came to Delhi at the age of 11. So the thing he has built is very much motivating and inspiring me.
Okay, tell me one thing of your father, one quality of your father which you like the most, and would you like to have it in your own self?
His risk-taking strategy.
His risk-taking strategy.
Yes.
Give me one example in which brings out this quality of his clearly to us.
So as I already mentioned, he's a builder. So in business also, you have certain amount of risk, but in this construction site, you have more risk. Like in the recent scenario, COVID was there. So because of COVID, there are certain restrictions of complete 2 years on the construction site. Post the COVID, Delhi government has also implemented like no construction activity should be planted because of the pollution. So in that time period, you like if you are doing any project, you have to borrow the capital from the market. So you have to pay the interest on it. But by seeing all these factors, you are still doing that work, which means you are still motivating towards your work.
Okay, done. Now, whom do you share your secrets with in your family?
Like it depends on like what kind of secrets I want to share.
Suppose it is something to do with your girlfriend.
I will not share it with anyone in my family. Yeah, I will share it with my sister and brother also.
Both of them.
Yeah.
But initially you said with nobody, and then you change your mind to your brother and sister. Why this little bit of conflict?
Because they got to know about my relationship.
Okay, they got to know about your relationship.
Yeah. So
okay, tell me, what does your girlfriend do?
She is in college.
She's in college.
She is pursuing MBA.
What you find most fascinating about her?
She is very much hardworking. So which I feel.
Okay. One example of your which shows your compatibility with her.
I guess we like there are certain projects in my office also. So we do it by like with the help of each other. So in case like if he needs any kind of my help in their project, because MBA is more related towards corporate. So she also get to know something about corporate world from me also. So I provides.
Now you have got a younger brother.
Yeah.
If I ask your younger brother to tell me something about Vishal or to write a small essay about Vishal, what will he write about Vishal as a person?
This is something which I need to think, but still I'll answer the question.
Okay.
So my younger brother, he will say that I am guardian to him. I guide him on his studies. Like he's a younger brother, so from the beginning also, I used to take care of his studies, and now he's pursuing his graduation. So even I just enrolled him to the college. So guidance is a one factor you can mention. And in case of like any kind of information he needs regarding in his career, so he'll definitely contact. He will reach out to me. He'll ask me first.
Okay, tell me, on a Sunday when you're not working and you're relaxing at home, how do you spend your time? Right from the morning when you get up till the time you go to sleep. How do you spend your Sunday?
So in Sunday, like while working on 6 days a week, I used to wake up little bit late on Sunday. So little bit late, you can consider it to be 7:30. On general days, I wake up around 5:15.
Okay.
So while waking up, I'll do something for myself to get bath and everything. Then I help my mother, and after that, while after having the breakfast, I'm already a member of NGO. Its name is Umeed, a Drop of Hope NGO. I'm an associate with that NGO from past 4 years.
Okay. What does NGO does?
So basically, we work for the underprivileged students. So there are 7 or 8 underprivileged areas in Delhi. So I am associated with them in Kirtinagar area. So my role there are like slum area students. We teach volunteers come and teach them. My role is to make sure that event is going smoothly, to manage all the volunteers in that area, and to work between the founders and the volunteers.
So you go to NGA, and after that, how do you go ahead with the day?
So after like completing winding up the NGO, I do the lunch with my volunteers. After doing the lunch, I generally go to home. I have a passion towards cooking as well, so I take care of the dinner
Okay.
I make sure whenever I get the time, I cook.
Okay. So what do you love in cooking?
I generally like non-veg.
So non-veg. So it is. So name any one dish which you like the most and which you think you are the best to make.
I can make kadai chicken, and I can make mutton as well. And I am good in making in veg also. I can make chili paneer as well.
So how many times in a month you prepare these dishes for your family?
5 to 6 times, you can say.
Okay. One quality of your sister which you like the most, the one who's married.
Okay.
One quality of your sister which you like the most.
She is very much focused towards her studies. So while elder sister is focusing on her studies, it also motivated us to study and focus on our studies.
Your younger sister is a sports teacher.
Yes.
And one is an engineer, one is a sports teacher, entirely two different fields. So, what was the sports activity she used to participate, which you think motivated her to become a sports teacher?
So right from the beginning, she studied in a government school where she got the opportunity to play the rope skipping, and while in that period, she also joined the stadium, and she is more towards the co-curricular activity. She is not much into the studies, but yeah. So even she also played the. She is a national champion. She has 2 times gold medalist in rope skipping and 1 time bronze in ball badminton.
Okay. Now, you are already working in a corporate office.
Yes.
What is your role and responsibility in this office?
So currently I am working as a key account manager in Class Plus, where I serve the clients. I take care responsibility of all my clients, like how to grow their business and how to generate more downloads, how to increase their social media.
How is your relationship with your boss and how many people are there in your team totally?
I have good relationship with my manager. We are a team of 15 members.
Okay. So you are the lead for them or you are one of them?
I am one of them.
You are one of them. Okay, now, any incidents which you don't like or anything in the office which you don't like, which you think can be improved upon?
So it is a bit difficult question.
No problem. If you are not comfortable answering me, absolutely no hassles and all. We will go ahead. Now, you want to leave this job and join the Navy or Air Force or Army, whichever you get selected into. So why this shift?
As I already mentioned earlier, I have while taking in class 11th also, I took commerce with maths because I was good in economics and mathematics. So even after that I secured good marks and I got the admission in Delhi University. And right from the initial, I also mentioned I was interested towards the.
So that was the reason for coming to corporate. I'm saying, why do you want to leave the corporate world and join the armed forces now?
I want to serve to the country.
Okay.
Initially I want to gain the experience of corporate sector as well, because this is something which everyone should join to get punctual, how to do work, how corporate sector works. It is also an important part of our life.
Okay. Done.
So
now, generally, you're in a corporate sector and like you said, you work for an NGO and you do all these things. One point comes into my mind again and again. Ummeed you're taking is an extracurricular activity or it is out of your love to do something for the underprivileged?
If I have to do it for extra activity, I will get the certificate in 1 year only. So I'm part of this NGO from past 4 years. So I'm not doing it for any kind of certification or letter of recommendation. I'm doing it by my concern.
So you enjoy doing it?
Yes, I'm connected with most of the students. We also feel glad while we are not only teaching the underprivileged students, we also help their parents to get the government subsidy.
Okay. Now, with Umeed and all these things, tell me, do you love traveling? You like to interact with people or not?
Yes, definitely. I love traveling and interacting with people.
Which was the last place you visited in?
Last place I visited was Chennai.
Chennai.
Yes.
So can you tell me something about your experience of this visit to Chennai?
Yes, my brother-in-law was posted in Chennai, and my elder sister was living there. So I planned a visit to Chennai, and it was a very good place, I would say. Rain was very much frequent there. So I visited some places there, and Marine Drive was there.
Okay.
And I visit Tirupati Balaji as well. And Tirupati is in Andhra Pradesh. And I visit Pondicherry as well.
Okay. So you went to Tirupati and Pondicherry.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me why Tirupati is famous for which god is worshipped in Tirupati?
Govinda.
Govinda. In north, what do we call it?
Krishna.
Krishna. So why Govinda? Can you tell me some story behind it or something to do with the Tirupati?
Tirupati, I would say it's very much popular that everyone goes there. It's a very beautiful place, and it's one.
Okay, no problem. Then you went to Pondicherry.
Yes.
What is uniqueness of Pondicherry?
It's a very small union territory, very beautiful, I would say, and well maintained. There was a French colony was there, and Pondicherry government also preserved the freshness of French colony there. So,
Which is the biggest ashram in Pondicherry?
Aurobindo Ashram.
Aurobindo Ashram. Did you visit it?
I did not visit there.
Okay.
It was a part of our plan, but we missed it.
And when you were in Chennai, did you go to other temples and all famous temples which are in and around Chennai?
I visited the ISKCON temple.
ISKCON temple, not other temples. You could not get the opportunity to visit other temples.
Because I was on work from home.
Okay, so you were working as well as doing your excursion in and around whenever you were on.
Yes.
Good. Now tell me, if not selected in the armed forces, what are your future plans?
It's a very tough question to answer, but yes, definitely I'll make sure to get the selection today only. And if not selected, I'll continue with my job and will try another time to get into the armed forces.
Thank you very much, Vishal. It was wonderful interacting with you. Do you have any questions to ask me? Feel free to ask me now.
No questions as of now.
Okay, Vishal, we'll do a small debrief of yours. I hope this debrief will help you in preparing in for future. Firstly, I have not asked much about the current affairs because I think whatever feedback I wanted from you, I have been able to get it. That's why I missed out the question of current affairs. So, but let me tell you, in a real interview, you will be facing few questions based on your current affairs. Initially, I asked you for your family, but you started with your education. Remember, it is very important to know the sequence in which the questions are being asked. I asked you, tell me something about your family, about your brothers, sisters and all, and you started giving me answers with your education. Okay, this shows that somewhere down the line your mind was already working somewhere else. So try to keep your grasp and fixtures loud and clear at one place. Okay. The other thing which there are times when you are using your English in a manner that I used to get up on a Sunday. I used to get up. That means, are you getting up early today or you are still doing? On a Sunday, I get up little late. I used to now. Avoid that used to because you are still doing it. It is not that you are getting up at 5 o'clock now. You are still getting up at 6. Though on a normal day you get up at 5 o'clock, but today you are getting up at 6. So instead of used to, try to. Then when you are saying about your interaction with your Umid, so when I said what else you do, so you said we sit down, eat food and all. Show your control. Like I had to dig it out from you. What do you do? What is your role out there? So then you said, sir, I monitor this, volunteers, INA, all those things which you said at a later stage. They should come right. Sir, as a volunteer, when I go there, it is my responsibility for that particular zone and I do this and this. It brings out the quality of yours. Okay. When I ask you what one quality of your father which you want to have it in you, you told me, but when I asked you, tell me something more about it. I was not very happy with the answer which you gave. If you can be a little more assertive about it, I'll be very grateful. Okay, You covered up very nicely that if you have not been selected, you will again put in your best effort forward and continue working hard to come for the next SSB. That I highly appreciate. And you said you will continue with the job. That also I appreciate. But in between, there is a dilemma. I don't see much interaction in the family. You only, like for example, and I asked, whom do you share your secrets with, and girlfriend and all. Initially, you were a little hesitant, and then you came out with the brother and sister. That shows that you are not, because they know it, now you want to share it with them. Otherwise, you will not like them to know about it. Whereas there is no harm if somebody in the family knows about it, because number of times we need opinions. We may be wrong, we may need some help. But there is still some hesitation for sometimes things which are very personal, which you feel to share it with your siblings or with your mother or with your father. So this shows that interaction is there, but there is some thing which is holding you back. Though as far as your brother is concerned, you are more, as per me, you are more close to your brother than anybody else in your family. You talk more with your brother, you interact more with your brother as compared to the sister who is living in the house. Rather, you share more feelings of you with your brother than your sister. This is my opinion, I may be wrong. So I want that interaction in the family to increase a little bit more. And it will be good if you continue reading about the defense forces, on which because of the paucity of time we have not been able to work on it. So, but you must read about armed forces, you must read about current affairs. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the very best for your future. Do well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.